This is the intriguing story of the Jackson Plantation in what is now Lake Jackson, Texas. It is one of bloodshed and ghostly horror. Founded in 1842, the Jackson Plantation was a sprawling sugarcane operation that spread out over many acres in the southeast region of Texas, an area known as Brazoria County. From the very beginning, the plantation had its roots in the heart of darkness. Many slaves were worked tirelessly to exhaustion, even death, during the day-to-day operation of the sugarcane fields. The tale gets even darker. During the Civil War, Abner Jackson, founder of the plantation and patriarch of the family, fell deep into debt, and in his despair, he passed away. With no will to speak of, the control of the plantation was up in the air. Abner Jackson had two surviving sons, John and George. The eldest son, John, took over the family business upon his father's death. George, on the other hand, was known for his drinking habit and for the quickness in which he could spend money. When he demanded that his brother relinquish his rightful share of property to him, he was publicly humiliated by being whipped in front of a crowd. This infuriated George, and he sought revenge against his older brother. The next part gets kind of gruesome. George Jackson shoots his brother 6 times and then proceeds to take a machete and cut off his head. The legend goes on to say that he threw the severed head of his brother into the depths of Lake Jackson. The head was never found, and John's headless corpse was buried in a rushed funeral ceremony that was very hush-hush. Local lore has it that John's rule over the plantation was that of a brutal, unforgiving tyrant, and when he was killed by his brother, many of the workers were glad to see his demise. George was never convicted or even charged of murder, and he took over the estate as heir. Reportedly in poor health and regarded as sickly and frail from a lingering case of tuberculosis, he only stayed in the house for a few nights. According to the story, he ran out of the plantation house screaming in terror and claimed he was being attacked in his sleep by a giant black bird that tried to rip him apart in his bed. More supernatural occurrences began to take shape shortly after the murder. Many folks claim to see the headless body of John Jackson roaming the area around the plantation. People have told stories of seeing him late at night, slowly walking the lake, searching for his missing head. Some have even claimed to have seen the headless ghost wading through the water. Whatever it may be, the local stories surrounding this tale indicate that the horror of the past may still be haunting us to this day. I wouldn't want to be alone in the dark, would you?